Your iPhone is more secure than ever, but in 2026, hackers are using smarter techniques to steal personal data, hijack accounts, and trick users through fake apps, phishing messages, and public Wi-Fi attacks. Well, the good news is that a few simple security habits can dramatically reduce your risk. From enabling Apple's latest security features to avoiding common mistakes that put your privacy at risk, these practical tips will help keep your personal information, photos, passwords, and financial data safe. So in this video, we'll walk you through the most effective ways to protect your iPhone from hackers in 2026. Set a passcode and auto lock on your iPhone. This is very essential and the first thing to do. Setting a passcode on your iPhone, which is very necessary, and also have your phone automatically locked when it's inactive. To do so, go to Settings, scroll down to Face ID and Passcode, and then scroll down to Enable a Passcode. Remember to set a passcode that you won't forget. In a situation whereby you restart your phone, you will need to unlock the phone with a passcode. However, if you already have a passcode, simply go to Settings, scroll down to Display and Brightness, and tap on Auto Lock to change how quickly your phone locks itself when it's not in use. I recommend setting it to 30 seconds, the shortest interval available, or a maximum of 2 minutes. The second method is to enable two-factor authentication for your Apple account and set up recovery methods. If someone were to access your Apple account, they would also be able to see all of the data you keep stored in the cloud, including the photos and videos you've taken with your iPhone. However, if you have two-factor authentication, sometimes called 2FA, enabled, an attacker won't be able to log in to your Apple account as you, even if they have your password. I will always recommend this, though it can be quite annoying. To enable this on your iPhone or iPad, go to Settings, tap on your name, and tap on where it says Sign In and Security. Scroll down a bit and tap on Two-Factor Authentication. Where it says Verify, add your other Apple devices if applicable and your phone number. Then tap Next. A verification code will be sent to the phone number you entered. Kindly enter the verification code on your iPhone. Two-factor authentication will be turned on for your Apple account, and your iPhone will be a trusted device. Disable Control Center and Notification on Allow Access When Locked feature on your iPhone. So this very security feature is often overlooked, and what it does is to prevent access to the control panel or notification bar when the phone is locked. With the control panel being locked, a third party cannot put your phone to flight mode without unlocking the phone. This is very useful in case of theft. For example, if someone were to steal your phone and enable airplane mode, the device becomes virtually untraceable. But with this feature, the person cannot enable the airplane mode because it won't be accessible until the phone is unlocked. So to turn off Control Center and Notification on Allow Access When Locked, open the Settings app and scroll down to Face ID and Passcode. Scrolling down to Access When Locked, and disable these options: Control Center, Notification Center, Siri, and even Wallet. Disable Full Text Notification Previews. I recommend that you disable full text notification previews to keep your messages private. Notifications are handy, but they can give away a lot of information even when your iPhone is locked. If your phone is stolen, or even just sitting on a table, someone could easily see where you're going next in the calendar notifications, read snippets of private text messages, or view anything else that appears in a notification. To disable previews of notification contents, go to Settings and scroll down to Notifications and tap to open. Look closely and tap where it says Show Previews and then select Never. Notifications will now show only which app sent the notification without providing any additional information. Remember, if you turned off Notification Center and allowed access when locked on your iPhone, then you don't need to bother with this. Use the Find My app to track your phone's location. This feature is usually on by default, but you really need to be sure and confirm it is enabled on your iPhone. To do so, go to the Settings app and tap on your name. Scroll down a bit and select Find My. Tap on Find My iPhone and confirm if it is enabled on your iPhone. Definitely it should, and with the latest OS, it has grayed out and can't be turned off. The Find My app allows you to remotely track all of your devices from the app itself or on the web. You can see the device's current or last known location on a map, lock and set a message so that anyone who finds your phone can return it. Also, make sure that Find My Network is enabled as well, and this lets other Apple devices securely detect your iPhone to help track it when it's not connected to Wi-Fi or cellular networks. Enable lockdown mode to protect against powerful spyware. Most people will never be targeted by the advanced state-sponsored malware that lockdown mode protects against, but this feature appears to be effective if it is a concern for you. So, lockdown mode is intended to close off the avenues for attack that sophisticated spyware typically uses. In practice, this means strict limits on some iPhone features, including blocking all incoming FaceTime calls, unless you've called the person in the past 30 days, or blocking certain text message attachments. However, it is not necessary to keep a phone in lockdown mode all of the time. You can do this when you're worried about being targeted, so you can enable this feature when they're traveling or faced with specific threats. Again, lockdown mode also protects your data from being accessed by devices connected to your iPhone. This simply means that when your iPhone is confiscated with lockdown mode enabled, and law enforcement connects your iPhone to a forensic data recovery device, your phone won't grant it access. To turn it on lockdown mode on your iPhone, simply go to Settings and scroll down to Privacy and Security. Scroll all the way down to Security and tap on Lockdown Mode. Tap on where it says Turn on Lockdown Mode, and again tap right here to confirm and then restart your iPhone. That's it. Remember, you can only use this feature if you're being targeted by the advanced state-sponsored malware or you feel threatened. Enable advanced data protection. Turn on advanced data protection to ensure no one can access your phone's backups and iCloud data. Your iCloud account contains sensitive data, such as your photos and backups of your iPhone. That's why the data in your iCloud is encrypted, though Apple controls the keys. It can decrypt your data or give law enforcement the means to decrypt your data. When advanced data protection is enabled, your iPhone backup data, and the data for some apps too, is encrypted end to end. This means you're the only one who has the keys to decrypt and access your data. To enable advanced data protection, go to Settings and tap Your Name. Tap on iCloud, scroll down to Advanced Data Protection, and then tap Turn on Advanced Data Protection. During the enrollment process, you'll set a trusted person as a recovery contact or create a backup code. Mind you, you can change these options later if you wish to help you access your account in case you lose access to your Apple account. Watch out for phishing scams. Never tap suspicious links in emails, texts, or social media messages claiming to be from Apple or your bank. Phishing scams are fake emails, text messages, websites, or phone calls designed to steal your passwords, banking details, or personal information. Always verify the sender, avoid clicking suspicious links, and never share sensitive data unless you're certain the request is legitimate. Remember, staying alert is one of the best ways to protect yourself online. Review app permissions regularly. This is quite necessary. Once in a while, check which apps have access to your camera, microphone, contacts, location, photos, and Bluetooth. Reviewing app permissions regularly helps protect your privacy by ensuring apps only access the information they truly need. So, check permissions for your camera, microphone, location, contacts, photos, and other sensitive data. If an app requests unnecessary access, revoke those permissions or uninstall the app. On iPhone, you can manage permissions by going to the Settings app, scroll down to Privacy and Security, go through the options and review them one after the other. For example, Files and Folder, tap to open and you will see all the apps that have access to the File app on your iPhone. Go through them and disable the ones you're no longer comfortable with. Scroll down to Photos, tap to open and review the permissions. You can set some of the permissions to limited access instead of full access. Avoid public Wi-Fi without protection. Public Wi-Fi networks in places like cafes, airports, and hotels can expose your personal information to hackers if they're unsecured. Avoid accessing banking apps, shopping sites, or other sensitive accounts on public Wi-Fi unless you're using a trusted VPN or your mobile data. If you must connect, ensure websites use HTTPS, disable automatic network joining, and turn off file sharing to reduce the risk of cyber attacks and data theft. Check for unknown Bluetooth and AirDrop connections. Hackers can sometimes exploit Bluetooth or AirDrop when these features are left enabled and discoverable, especially in crowded public places. Regularly check your Bluetooth settings for unfamiliar connected devices and disconnect or forget anything you don't recognize. Keep Bluetooth turned off when you're not using it. For AirDrop, set receiving to contacts only or receiving off unless you need to share files. If you're not using your AirDrop, simply turn it off. Pull down the control center, tap on this folder and tap on AirDrop and make sure it's turned off. This reduces the chance of receiving unwanted files or connection requests from strangers. Combined with keeping iOS updated, these simple habits significantly improve your iPhone security and help prevent unauthorized access. And that's all I have for you. Thanks for watching.